Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, I'm gonna do Sagittarius too. I'm gonna knock out 3 today, and then I gotta get my ass. Oh, I'll share the little lovely, the chickens and the ducks with you guys after this read. All right, Sagittarius, what do we got happening? How you been? All right, Sagittarius, what's up? What is the universe needs you to eat or embody when it comes to food, herbs, and all that other stuff? There it is. There it is. Okay. This is wisdom and productivity. There. I think this goes first. So, is that Leo again? I always want to call it the North Node, but I think that's the symbol for Leo because I don't know. So there's the 2. Okay. And then Cancer is in the other one for productivity. So maybe look where those are for you on your birth chart and see what can help you get to those particular aspects a little bit easier, possibly. Okay, so bay leaves. They're good for seasoning soup. I think they get rid of some sort of, or they keep your house clear of, I know, spiders, and I think spiders and I want to say termites, I think, is the other one. You know the little wood gnawing things? Good for soups and stews. Great flavoring. I wish we could, like, grow them here because they're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. They smell amazing, but they're not soundproof. Pumpkins. Pumpkins is also a gratitude thing. That's why they're kind of in the fall. It's a harvest and gratitude, grateful fruit. And again, I get pumpkins back every year because I bought an heirloom version. So they automatically pop up. What else? I'm not sure the medicinal value of pumpkin. I'm not a huge like pumpkin pie fan, but I love making like pumpkin bread or pumpkin muffins. It's kind of like that moistening quality to a pumpkin puree. So it's good for like if you have a drier constitution. Now I'm getting really deep into it. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay. Let's see, what else does Sagittarius need from the Fairy Wisdom Oracle? Wild Violet, perfect timing for that. Dandelions. 2 things that are going to be popping up here. Wild Violets and dandelions. Heck, my yard is full of violets. And I refuse to remove them. They're so beautiful. And some are white and some are a violet color. Violets and dandelions. Beautiful color combination. Alright. Sagittarius. So there's a lot of, okay, so let me get into the medicinal here quick. Bring this in and I'll just, okay. Dandelions are great all around plant. Amazing and super prolific. So if you spray, you're kind of in trouble. So try not to spray because you can use the young ones first. Growers in the spring are nutrient packed. Pluck them, put them in your salads. The young, though, not the really big established ones. Those are going to be really chewy and kind of like If you get them too big, they can almost get like celery, those stringy celeries. Or another thing to compare it to is like really large white type asparagus. It's just really, you can't get through it. But if you get the young stuff that comes up first thing in the springtime, they're really nutrient packed. So add those to your salad first thing in the spring. Blooms, same thing. Like people make jelly with them. You can steep tea with the blooms. Really good. Again, first thing in the spring because all that nutrients has been condensing and cultivating through the winter. Okay. So really, really awesome, awesome plant. And the roots too. The roots, good for IBS. People substitute it for coffee too. It's a little bit, I don't think there's much caffeine in it though. Like not as much as coffee, but it has a similar flavor. Has a similar I mean, I guess, I don't know. If you drink decaf, it'd be worth it to switch over to dandelion root if you're looking for a medicinal value. But again, in the springtime, it's going to be your best bet when that plant's first popping up for the greens. Maybe like mid to late spring for the root system. Let it get more established, a little more chunky. But yeah, it's good. And then violets, you can eat violets. I'm not sure of a extreme medicinal value, but they are, the divinatory meaning is innocence. That's why they put a lot of children's bath products and lotions and whatnot in the scent of violets because it's a universal symbol for innocence and purity and new life. So if you're looking to invoke some of that energy, get some violet, garnish your soup with it, garnish your muffins, cake. What else? You can put it on top of your cereal if you eat cereal or toast or I don't know. I'm not a huge breakfast person myself. What else could you eat? I don't know. You could make like a grid with it too. If you're making like crystal grids, you can throw the flowers in there too to invoke their energy. And the same with dandelions. Dandelions, the lions, because the leaf is shaped like a lion's tooth, right? So when you're dealing with their energy, it's the first thing that pops up in the spring, or one of the first things, is that even late in the fall they were blooming last year. So it's that ray of sunlight, right? That burst of energy, that newness, that light that's coming into the earth right now that you really want to kind of ingest and get flowing through your system to help your system wake up from a restful and reflective wintertime. For those of you who are like, yeah, let's go with the seasons, that whole thing that was designed, that whole nature thing. It's almost like it was designed to help us like deal with the problems of life rather than slave away over crap. So again, this is going with the seasons. Honoring the natural happenstance that you just get the privilege and honor of witnessing and just flowing with that. So ingesting these things first thing in the spring is actually a really, really good idea. And you don't have to you don't have to put them in your body if it's not your gig. You can just sit there and be with their essence. Look at them, meditate on them, meditate with them. You can cut them and put them like in a little thing and keep them around the house or by your nightstand, whatever it is, wherever you need that energy in your life. Don't restrict yourself on anything. Be creative with it. Ask for permission first if you want to take from nature. That's always a good idea. Always ask for permission first. What else? Yeah, this is a really good combo of energy. Really good combo. Purity and strength. That's the lion, the Leo card, the lion card, the strength card. That's what dandelions will provide you with. And it's transformative too, because once these are left to go, they'll form those little clusters of seeds, seed pods, right? And then they'll just float away in the breeze and create more. So, cool plants, really cool energy. Where'd it go, Saggy? All right, let's go on to the earth magic. Icebergs submerged. All right, since you're going with the twos here, twofers, I get one more card for. Thank you. Oh, that was at the bottom. Like, oh, that might be it. Oh, should have trusted the dance, the celebration. Heck yeah. Okay, where's that? Okay, so the Green Witch Oracle is the first one, and the first one is 22. Wisdom Bay Leaf. I love being asked to identify plants, and I don't know which gives me more pleasure, to know what they are or not to know what they are. Yeah, Elizabeth Lawrence, that's so freaking true. That's so true. You get excited when you know the plant, and then you're like, "Whoo, what is that?" If you don't know what it is, it's so true. External assistance should be sought, which can take the form of personal consultancy. Is that a word? Consultancy? Okay, I did not make this word up. I'm just reading. Or research. You do not have all the facts or facilities just yet, but are still in a good position. They indicate success through diligent applications, and so heralds new romantic relationship. Wow, that's a lot to pack into one freaking card. Okay. Be wary of speaking your mind without care of others around you, as you are not going to be the most knowledgeable or experienced. Cultivation. Bay is a large tree that is propagated via seeds or cuttings and will grow best in a temperate or Mediterranean climate. They will grow in most free draining soils and require full sun or semi-shade. Although slow growing, bay trees reach over 10 meters in height, and eventually space needs to be taken into consideration. Harvest at any time by simply picking the leaves. Magical correspondence. Clairvoyance, energy, wishes, defense, inspiration. Deities. Esculapis? Have no idea. Apollo. Sheridan. I think that's how you pronounce that. Cupid. Daphne. Delphi. Eros. Faunus. Helios. And Ra. Celestial is Jupiter. Astrological sign is Leo. Wisdom spell. Find new inspiration with the stimulating bay oil. Place 1 cup of sweet almond oil and 3 dried bay leaves into a jar. Then seal the jar and place it in a cool, dark, dry place for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, decant the oil into smaller dropper bottles. Candles can be anointed with the oil and lit when working on project, or it could be worn to inspire new ideas and success. Cool beans. And that's kind of what strategy is all about, right? Constantly learning, constantly trying to grow our wisdom and our knowledge. So that's kind of the thing about Sagittarius, is they are the forever learners. So when we don't know something, we get just as excited as when we do. Love it. So I'm surprised that's a Leo card. I'm really surprised that's a Leo card. Oh, geez, that's a 9. That looks like a 5. Okay. Productivity. Number 8. The watering of a garden requires as much judgment as the seasoning of a soup. Oh, man, this is so true. I just gave that lecture yesterday. If you overwater your plants, you're in trouble, especially if they're in the pot. Your hard work, planning, and experience should be paying off now, and there is reason to keep going with what you are currently working on. Additional resources can be safely used, and there is identification of a promotion, windfall, or increase of some sort. There are good energies surrounding the health and also fitness levels, although challenges will include failure to keep at these at their optimum through neglect. So this is packing it in, Saggy. You got like learning and wisdom over here along with relationships, and then you've got accumulation of things, and then all of a sudden health comes in. Just this is Saggy, all the fingers and all the pies. Okay. So Kent pumpkin from mid-spring through the late summer in most areas well after the last frost. They can be started in greenhouses or indoors in pots and then planted out. Pumpkins will need mine just sow themselves. So I don't use Kent pumpkins though. They might need to buy the heirlooms. Get the heirloom seeds. It doesn't need to be Kent's. Pumpkins will need a warm, full sun position with rich soil that holds water well. To ensure larger pumpkins, remove all but a few from each plant. Harvest before the frosts return from late summer through mid-autumn. Magical correspondences, risk, healing, abundance, guidance, fertility, and love. Deity. Holy bejesus. I have no idea. Chicomedecoatl? Okay. Chicomecoatl. Have fun with that one. Go look it up. Go look it up, Saggy. Celestial is the moon, and the astrological sign is Cancer. This is a messy smash fest to rid yourself of whatever things are holding you back. Write down all the things you think are holding you back on separate pieces of paper. Make slits in a pumpkin and poke the notes into the slits. Take the pumpkin outside, write in black marker on it. With this pumpkin, I release and go. Smash the pumpkin with a mallet. Now that sounds like a good time. Okay, go says you go. So plant some pumpkin seeds so you can release in the fall. Release what no longer serves, like a lovely little birch tree shedding her leaves. Just let it go. Okay? Okay. Or go to your local pumpkinry. Pumpkin patch. That's what they call those. And do it that way, whichever resonates with you. Okay, let's get into the fairies wisdom. 59 is the number. All right, ready, set, grow. It may be time to perk up a current love of... Oh, geez. Okay, sorry. The keyword for this is romance. Interesting. In my magical endeavors, it's always been used as purity. It may be time to perk up a current love affair or to welcome a new one into your life. Think of all the romantic things you can do. We always hear about the fairy tale romance, but as fairies will tell you, it doesn't happen without some effort. A relationship should be based on mutual respect and honesty and love. Small things go a long way in perking up a relationship. There's a small kiss on the cheek, just for nothing, or a hug at the door. Really listening to your partner is vital to any relationship. Get the basic building blocks under the relationship and then keep building. Even if you are not currently in a relationship with another person, you can treat yourself by creating a space in your home to pamper yourself. Romance isn't just for some. It's about a pretty tablecloth and some flowers in a vase, soft music to relax by, or a nice glass of wine to drink before a warm fire. You are worth the effort. Now you can put more romance, or how can you put more romance into your life? O great goddess of light, bring romance into my life. Cast about me an attraction spell, pull it from a wishing well. Make it strong and make it true. For this I send my gratitude to you. So be it. Write yourself a love letter. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! I like that. You don't need to have like a partner in your space. And why does only one space have to be romantic or pampering? Why not make all the spaces like comfy, cozy, just how you like it, welcoming, inviting, comfortable, making sure that like all family members have a lovely, cushy place to sit, including your pets. Why can't you make every space romantic? Why do you have to be not loving in every room? Okay, so when I think of romance, I think of love in any way, shape, or form. So why does only one room have to be dedicated to love? Spread that shit all over your house and then put it out in the garden and then put it out in the lawn and then blow it over to the neighbor's side. Blow your dandelion seeds over to... I'm kidding. Don't do that. They don't see that as love. I would see that as love. I'd be like, ah. But no, some people don't see that as love. Okay, so don't do that. Okay. So just like, yeah, make all the spaces about love. Freaking, it's spring cleaning. Hop to it, Saggy. Freaking make all the spaces about love and romance and intimacy and connecting with yourself and connecting with other people. Freaking bring it. Lover or not, freaking rock it, dude. Just rock the love vibes. Okay. Dandelions, perspective. The fairies plant their seeds with great care. They choose the very best ones and then water and nurture them tenderly. The plants grow and the crops come in with them. With them, they bring more perfect seeds for the next planting. Realize that you project what you think onto yourself, others, and situations. Your thoughts and words are the seeds that you plant. When we make limiting statements, we are actually sending out energy that can affect other people. These are not mere words and thoughts. They have substance and power. Don't tell that to Mr. Okay. Thoughts create reality. Ascending a person or situation in a negative light actually creates that reality. Think what you could create by thinking in a positive light. Is there another way that you can review reality? What you see as reality may not be what another person sees. People and situations are always deeper than they appear on the surface. Work on sending the good in all things. Remember that how you perceive something is the reflection of your own emotions. Therefore, revealing more about you than about the other person or another situation upon which you are focused. The situations that come into your life are often those which you expect to happen. Be open to possibilities. The seeds you plant come back to you. So watch what you plant. Watch that you plant quality seeds. See the different sides of a situation and work on seeing another person's point of view. What a growing experience this can be for you. Oh, that's Sagittarius too. Sagittarius. No, that's statutory. Oh my God. I need more coffee. Okay. One side dark and one side light. Which one might I choose tonight? I cast about some fairy dust and call upon those whom I trust. Ancient ones who are protective, show me how to use perspective. So be it. Plant some seeds today. Heck yeah. I'm going to go do that myself here in a hot minute. I got some of them done yesterday, which I showed you. And then I had to go do some other things. So. Okay. That's it for this one. Okay. So, perspectives. Remembering to see things from all sides. But remembering that, like, you don't have to allow yourself to be trampled by other people, right? So, understanding that just because somebody holds a perspective that you're this, that, and the other thing doesn't make it true. I had to tell Virgo this too. And when you hold something like that, you know, something about another person, it's not always true either. Now, you can talk about the outcomes of the person's behavior and actions and say, okay, well, if you choose to do this, this is what's going to happen. If you choose to do that, this is what's going to happen. That's talking about a particular outcome that can be tried, tested, and proven, okay? This is not talking about the contents and character of a human being. It's talking about understanding how our frequency, energy, and vibration actually produces results in our own lives. So when you can look at that with truthful eyes and see it from the perspective that everybody has a part to play in this vast ecosystem, right? Understand that perspective and understand that you can start to see through those facets and fractals of perspective on how this is can be a very functionable ecosystem if we were just to balance things out. If we were to come into acknowledgement about the truth of the reality and not our own, this is what I have been told this is, so this has to have this label, and smacking all those different labels on things that we haven't done our own homework and research, right, on understanding. So grasping at those concepts and looking to successfully bring them into a light of truth without I don't want to say people get judgment and confused. Cast not bringing into perspective with also using discernment, because perspective does not mean that you allow another person, party, place, or thing to have say over you or dictate exactly what you are or how you show up in reality. Understanding those perspectives that choose to see you in that light and you just not stepping into that form, that pattern that everybody's trying to project onto you. So understanding that from their perspective, that's how they see you, that's how they perceive you. And that's okay to take that perspective into consideration when you're moving out into the world and to understand that. But it's also very imperative that you still stand in who you are, in your authenticity and your own flame and all that good gravy. Okay? So understanding that at this point in time, you might not have all the information about whatever project, idea, pursuit this is, but you are totally, totally game for learning. Okay? And facilitating that. Facilitating the love and the energetic vibration of complete and utter acceptance of what your reality is and bringing love into the situation no matter what. Okay? So that's the thing, is like, and that's the other thing too, it feels like this is telling you to explore those patterns. Okay, because oftentimes we kind of, when we get too far into this faceted reality, you can tend to lose sight of what love actually is. Love is not bending over backwards for another person because they hold this, that, and the other thing. And love is not accepting everything as truth as people want you to believe it to be. Love is honoring your inner flame and inner truth, okay, and sticking to that, and doing no harm when you're going out and vibrating that out into your community frequency, energy, vibration, out into the community. So when you can understand that that is to be honored first, that innocence and purity that's already there. I know they didn't touch on that, but that's kind of the essence of romance, right? When you first start off, that newness of the relationship, that newness of union, you're getting to know each other on a very basic level. And oftentimes you don't see the impurities because you're looking for the purity that's already in your own heart. You're looking for it. You're not looking at the flaws. You're not looking at, gee, this person, blah, 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 has this pattern of behavior, yada, 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 yada. You're looking at your newfound whatever, and it could be a project, a career, or whatever it is, your newfound whatever it is, through the eyes of romance. Looking for that pure-hearted nature that brings you your core essence, joy and bliss. Okay, that's the essence of love. Everything else that comes after that is just, we do horrible things to each other. So we lose sight of that. We lose grasp of it. We don't think that that's the true operating system that's supposed to exist. So we stifle it. We kind of sabotage it in a way, if you will. So understanding that that's coming to your forefront right now is that mushy springtime love, and to give it to yourself first, and then you can radiate it out with others. And I have 3 minutes to read 2 freaking cards. Okay. Saggy. Making me all long-winded. Weirdness. No. I love this book, but like at the same time, it's has this really nasty tendency. There we go. Okay. Submerged. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Up to 90% of an iceberg's body is below the surface, deeply submerged in the bosom of Grandmother Ocean. Yet Grandmother allows considerable freedom for her enormous children, permitting them to move about as dictated by the currents, in their own momentum, having broken off from a glacier or ice shelf. They float along the sea, much to the detriment of vessels that attempt to traverse their passageways. Most of us have heard stories of ill-fated ships that have had tragic encounters with ice mountains. Although the topmost portion of an iceberg is easily can be seen, there's still a massive, massive amount of this body below the water that may be difficult to detect. That which remains unseen can fool us and perhaps even be dangerous and damaging. Whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are your shadow aspects. At one time, you put them out of your consciousness for good reason, yet they remain contained by shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you. And you may even harshly judge these characteristics when they are exhibited. There's your moving into past the romantic part. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and re-embrace them. These may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream that you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome them in the family called you. Okay, let's get the dance. Celebration. Okay, it's not going to work, but I love you. This woman is dancing in an ancient story, one that has been handed down for centuries. She is acting out the story through her movement, choreographed by the collaboration of tradition, ritual, and her own spirit. The dance itself sometimes becomes the story. Although unheard and unseen in this image, there are others singing and clapping to accompany this dancer. A communal celebration focused around a story that has been handed down from many generations. I love you. Keep your flame. I'll write the rest in the comments.